Hello, Gemini. This is Cody Soltis from ConsciousLove.org here for your monthly Angel Oracle card reading and energy forecast. This is kind of for combination June and July energies I can feel so far. So what we're doing, I'm using two decks. I mix them together. The Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards and the Angel Heart Sigils cards, both by Stuart Pearce, and I will be pulling one, maybe more cards from the Soul's Journey of Lesson cards by James Von Prague. As always, if you want to get a personal reading from me or have a spiritual chakra alignment, contact me. Go to my website, consciouslove.org, hit the Contact Me tab, or truly any tab that's there. Explore it, have fun. I have to add to it. It's nothing too cool. But also, yeah, check it out. Contact me. That's what I'm saying. So, I pulled your four cards. We have one talking about the energy that we're in right now, more so about our experience right now. Spirit, it's not about the beginning of the month or anything. It's about where we are now in our spiritual evolution. The second card is kind of where we're going, where we can expect to go. The third and fourth, respectively, we have one of an down-to-earth, day-to-day guidance. That's actually going to be not so, spiritual, but something that you can actually use or remember during your transformative experience during these next couple months. And the last is pretty much a divine perspective, a divine lesson, we can say, that really ties everything together. I need a drink. Oh well. So let's get started. Your cards are right now Raphael Empathy. Did I say this is for Gemini? Cool. I just forgot for a second. Oh, interesting. We have in the protection position Prophecy by Gabriel. Our spiritual perspective. Ooh, I Am Presence. Michael. We're having a very spiritual themed readings for these months. Perfect. And your guidance is Transmutation, also from Michael. So let's hit in with these energies. So what I'm getting right now, we're at a very place where our emotions may be a little high. If you're an air sign like me, that means we tend to be over analytical. It does not mean we don't have emotions. If anything, it means we're divine masculine, which means our emotions might be a little bit suppressed, which means that they can explode every now and then or get a little bit unbalanced. So this is saying be empathetic with yourself. This is also saying be aware of your emotional connections with other people. Sometimes we take on their energy. You can either do that physically or just say, hey, I love this person so much that I feel bad for what they're going through. And that can take a toll on our own energy and our own well-being and our own sense of grounding and security. As air signs, we're already pretty spread out, spread thin. Absolutely. But this is about kind of taking control of that and realizing you can be a kind and loving participant of the universe without having to save people. Without having to be the person who bears all the burden, without having to be the one who has all the emotional strain or has to solve everyone else's problems. And I'm saying that you have some people in your life who kind of expect that, who might be a little ignorant or insensitive to the amount of work that you do. I mean, yeah, part of it is, I could say, oh, it's you're choosing this, whatever, but shaking my head, no. You are in situations, maybe for whatever reason, the situations were attracted and reflected for your experience, where you might be feeling a little bit drained. And this is all about taking love again for yourself. Really, it's about subtle awareness of, again, not doing or changing or fixing a thing, but having that loving understanding of yourself and also a loving understanding for other people, but in a balanced way. They're really saying focus much, much more on yourself, on equity. And if that means going through a period of shutting other people out so you can focus on yourself and then reopening and kind of balancing things out, there is no wrong choice in the universe. Every choice is the right choice. So the energy you're moving into is prophecy. Cool. So what I'm getting from this is actually that there's something that's going to be spoken to you intuitively. This is kind of talking about destiny for me in this predestined future. This clandestine, it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. And I feel like if you're like me, because I'm an air sign too, we've been in moments where we've been a little bit frazzled, a little bit stressed out from all the energy that we've been processing for ourselves and other people, and it's kind of been not allowing us to focus on our own goals, on our own dreams, on our own manifestations, on, giving lovingly to ourselves, and to be truly living a divine and happy experience where we're getting what we want. Not that we don't want other people to have what they want, but we keep focusing almost too much on tending to other people's needs. Maybe you are having empathy where, as an empath, you're just uncontrollably processing and experiencing the emotions of other people as if they are your own. And there's a way around that. And if you want to know, just email me. I can set up a coaching session with you to do some meditative practices. But yeah. So you're moving into a place where that greater purpose and that greater meaning in life is going to become more clear. This is not saying, though on yes, some level, I'm sure the divine source God knows what the localized divine plan is or whatever, but it's not about learning the answers to the tests before we take it. This is about enjoying the journey and the experience. So we're really processing and taking care of ourselves and moving towards this clearer space now that energies are balanced, that we can begin to see and hear messages from the divine that are really going to help us be more fully aligned with where we want to go. We're in a healing and navigation and orientation phase before we get propelled into transformation. Transformation and too much change right now would not feel good because of all the stress and burdens that we've been putting onto ourselves. So we're just feeling a little bit of energetic lag. We're feeling down a bit. That's fine. Because okay, we'll do this first. Because you're learning a very fantastic spiritual lesson. I love that these power cards are jumping out for all the readings I've done so far. You're learning that you are presence, that you are God consciousness, that you are one with the universe, that you are the divine spark, that you are something more than what you've been feeling and experiencing. You've been living in a limited, localized experience with a lot of emotional energy inside, which is why we're feeling so anxious and so stressed out. And as we clear that away, you're going to be prepared for realignment with a divine source perspective. Okay? You're beginning the steps of your journey back to source, back to self, back to universe, back to God. Which is what this message for your guidance is all about. We're in the protection position about transmutation. So what this is saying is really give yourself permission to breathe and transform. We often think that when we want to change that we have to push energy, or that we have to be proactive, or that we have to go, or we have to do something, or fix something, or I'm doing something wrong, or, Cody told me I'm an empath, I have to do this, this, and this to stop. No. Again, we're clearing up that space. So what you really just want to be doing is giving yourself permission to have space to change. You have a lot of swirling energy, a lot of things going on. Give yourself that space. Sorry about that. Memory got full again. So, as I was saying, we're at this point where you want to be making space for yourself to be allowing transformation to take place. You know, if you're resisting this change, it's not even that you're resisting change, there's a lot going on. Okay, you have a lot of energy in you, you have a lot of things that you're experiencing. Give yourself a chance to breathe. Don't feel that you need to move forward to do anything. You were already in the process of shedding what you don't need and collecting what you do need in order to move forward. So, to make sure this video doesn't go too much longer, I'm going to pick your affirmation card. And that is perseverance. Appropriate, right? I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Definitely hold that into your thoughts. Because part of that emotional experience is having limiting beliefs of ourselves and our environment and the universe. And also we think that we have to push, and exert. We're talking about spiritual endurance here, okay? Not overexertion. So we're gonna persevere here. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Know that, honor it. Give yourself permission and space and time for those changes you want to make to happen. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, Gemini. I hope you have a fantastic month. As always, please leave a comment down below. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you guys next month. You're beautiful. Namaste.